and keep it running. Say whatever you want, but I'm anything but new to country.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. Coming up, a terrific matchup to decide who represents the NFC in the Super Bowl. It's the New York Giants and the San Francisco 49ers.
Roberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. From the 6, here comes a return. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
It's metal frame corrodes.
Ready? On the ground, it's Quinshon Judkins. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle.
1 yard gain.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Again, it's Judkins. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, 49ers.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game. But when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for. It's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
And on first down, it's back to Judkins. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Kalen Bullock there on the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 7. Now this time they'll look to throw. And that ball incomplete over the middle. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll be 3rd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He's got his man complete to Johnson. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
2nd down, zone read, and he keeps it. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the bullet. And on third down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop and falls incomplete.
Harrison Butker on now for the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
And that's just a tough way to finish off what was a good opening drive. And obviously, as a kicker, you have to have a short memory. But you can bet he'll be thinking about that one the rest of the way.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Right side, complete to Nakua. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First reception for the man who enters the week as the NFL's leader in receiving yards. This one, good for a first down.
First down, New York.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Forced to his right. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. Derwin James there defensively to break that one up.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down. Really nice play.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Rockwell leading.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. There's a reception for Chris Godwin. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. This one caught at the 4. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from the April draft. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Next to score, Giants 7, 49ers nothing.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down to 45. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Cowboy 80. Go.
He'll drop the throw. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Johnson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They picked up 17 through the air. It's good for a Niners first down.
7-yard line.
One quarter down, 3 to go on the road to the Super Bowl. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this.
Got it. Ready?
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Come on.
They'll look to throw. One incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Ready? Bronco 80.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Ready?
They'll look to throw again. Here's a screen set up for Judkins. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6. From the 20, here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard
Here we go.
pickup.
That's ready.
Brings up 2nd and
Running left is Judkins. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Giants will take over here at their own 12.
First and 10.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. The drive will start on the ground. And a good push defensively. They're going to get him down back at the 10.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Back to throw. Open man downfield is lovely. And he's taken down up past the 35. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Bit of a wild throw there behind his man, thus it's incomplete. Holston Loveland was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and it ended up being a wasted down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
That finds Tapua downfield, complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A big play for the Giants. 37 yards. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll look to throw yet again. Out to his right. He's going to tuck it and go.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Let's go. 60.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is hot. What a job on the scramble. Holston Loveland. Touchdown, New York. What a big play, a little unscripted there. Greg, that is what tight ends do so well. Hey, you lived it. What are you thinking when the quarterback's on the move out of the pocket?
Scramble drill is the most difficult play to defend down here in the red zone, Mike. It stresses the coverage so much. When you snap your head around of your designed route and you see your quarterback has gotten moved off his spot, now it's just scramble rules. Stay in phase. Work friendly in the same direction as the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open.
Rigoberto Sanchez set to
Both teams
kick off.
ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready, go.
Now, faking the give. That's made right side. It's Johnson. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Open man downfield. It's Addison. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
And he searches folks for a gain of about 5.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
That is caught at the 3. And he's in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the safety, Kirby Joseph. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Chance to tie the game or even take the lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready, ready?
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That is caught downfield. It's Johnson, the tight end. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
On the ready. Ready.
They'll give it here to Judkins. And a good run there. It'll get him 5 yards. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Come on, come on. Set.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. This one is caught by Madison. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Here comes 3rd and 6.
Deputy!
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This is caught at 2. And he's close to the goal line. Won't have the touchdown, but he does pick it up on 3rd down. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. Oh, man, wide open. He's got it. Touchdown, 49.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
So now this to get them back to even heading into the break. It's up and good. And the 49ers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get across the 20, plus him down to the 23-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Both of these teams hoping to be the ones to lift the George Halas Trophy. Quarter number 3 of the NFC title game underway. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Third quarter begins with a run. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Right side. Complete to Nakua. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Here's a third down and 4. They'll throw out of the gun on the run to the right. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. A big-time play out of the G-men. That gains an even 60 yards.
There's a lot of factors that make this play so successful, Mike, and clearly the ability of this tight end to not only find the open space in the defense, but then after the catch to turn into a runner. That is very rare at the tight end position. We're seeing it more and more often, though, over the last couple years. And then the accuracy of the quarterback to not only deliver the ball to the open receiver, but to do it in a way that allows him to comfortably turn into a runner and not have to slow down and pick up those extra yards after the catch.
To the air one more time. Moving outside the pocket. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. McLaughlin now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Giants have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead.
Roberto Sanchez set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Okay, break. Here we go.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That's out wide to Judkins. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
On play action, he'll set up the throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That is Will McDonald in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
On the jump. Let's go. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield. 23 yards on that pass play. First down, 49.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
On the set. Ready.
On the give, it's Judkins. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
He was brought down at the
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 5.
Ready.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Well, he caught by the running back, Judkins. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Go. Ready.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
It is second and 9.
Get it.
Back to throw. Open man is Robinson. And he will get into the end zone. Johnson. Touchdown, San Francisco. And Butker on for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will even the score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Showing off the big legs. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Loveland open right side. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Now a run on first down. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Pass thrown deep for Godwin. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Exiting the pocket right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to take the lead here in the fourth. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready,
From
break.
the 35, it's first and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Count.
Throwing now from the gun. That's made right side. It's Johnson. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Let's go. 18, go.
He'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
They need one right now. Third and long. Now they'll set up to throw. This pass right side, caught by last. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle. He's like, you know what, Coach?
He's into the end zone. C.B. Lamb, touchdown, 49ers. He's shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Butker's extra point is good, and the 49ers have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught over the middle by Johnson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down.
70 Lion. Half to 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Chap 60. Chap 60.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. First down throw there is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Back to the air once more on a 2nd down. Nakua hauls it in. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 7. And this is 3rd.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He's got it in. That's Nakua. Complete.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
1st and 10 now from the 36. They'll look to throw yet again. Godwin working the right side. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10.
Giants, first down. A gain of 16 yards.
19, Chuck. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 60 Bisons. Left wing 19. Warriors 70.
They'll look to throw again. Rolling right. He's got it at about the 8. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's first and goal. What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is first down and goal. They'll run the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Here's a big moment for Big Blue. The Giants are going to go for two.
The Giants will line up for the 2-point.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. The pressure's got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for two. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's got this on target to Addison. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down. All three timeouts, plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for first and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Ready, break. Come on, come on.
On the handoff, Drudke. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. But there is a flag on the field, and that is in the area where usually someone was held. Now, on second and long.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. Left side, caught by Lamb. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. They'll drop to throw. This one is caught by Robinson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
10 at the 33-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
They'll keep it on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss
Here's
of 2.
second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 34-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. To the left side here. Caught by Addison. And he's in! Jordan Addison. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
All right, now, what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here?
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he's got it. Add 2 to the column, and the lead is now 6.
Like, I think all of us us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. This is 1st and 10.
Back to 60. Back to 60. 19 tight. 19 tight.
He's got Loveland free left side. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Giants.
70 Lions.
Back to throw. Forced out wide. He keeps it himself. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the first down. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's a short one, caught by Loveland.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. They knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
They'll throw out of the gun. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Shaq Thompson. And the Niners are right back in this one.